Hello, once again, this is Brother Teacher. I want to tell you something about God, the Creator. Um, People have opinions about many things. People have opinions about the world, politics, uh, religion, uh, social issues. Now, more specifically, people have religious stances, if you will, or positions on how God does things, how He operates. Um, well, God is real, the Creator, Yahweh. I call Him Yahweh. Some say Allah, Jehovah, Adonai, Emmanuel, and so on. Whatever your choice is, I'm still talking about the Supreme Being, the Most High, the Almighty. Let's just know that. But anyway, some believe that um, He's into materialism. He's not. He's not. The Creator is not a human being like you and I, flesh and blood. The scripture says that God is a spirit, and those that worship Him must worship Him in spirit and in truth. Now, I'll let you interpret that any way you want to, but I'm just going to tell you this. If He is, which He is, the supreme being, omnipotent power that is responsible for everything that is, the planets, the universes, the solar system, the sun that we are familiar with, our moon, our oceans, and all life on this planet Earth. If He's responsible for all of that, why in the world are we trying to give Him this small space in our life and make it seem as though we know more than He does? We don't. We don't control the Creator because we are the created. Let's keep that in context, in perspective. We are the created, and we can't bring ourselves back from the dead. He can, because He created us. He created all things. It is through Him that we live, and that we move, and that we have our very being. And without Him, we are nothing. Now, we can go for bad all we want to. You can stick your chest out and say, I'm this and I'm that. You are nothing without the Creator. Period. And when your number is pulled and it's time for you to close your eyes for the last time, that's it. You can do nothing about it. That's it. So now, as it relates to material things, I see people asking for cars and houses and yachts and wanting to be rich and wanting to be this and wanting to be that and wanting to have that and wanting to have millions and millions of dollars and so on and so forth. The Creator's not listening to you because your reason, your purpose, your motivation is wrong. First of all, the scripture says that He made us in His likeness, after His likeness. Now, we have the ability to create and to build. We do, and we've been doing that as mankind. We've come from slingshots, as I always say, to nuclear weapons. Man is that bright, that intelligent. That's how far we've come. Now, all of the inventions, old and new, we're responsible for. We created it. So there are people that are poor, dirt poor. There's the working poor, there's the middle class, there's the upper middle class, and there's the people who are the elite class, the people that you never hear about, that you never see. Out of all of those people, we all have the ability to build and create. Some have more than others. But that's not what you should be seeking. First and foremost, you should be seeking to please your Creator. Because as I said before, once He pulls your number, you can no longer produce anything. You can no longer build anything. It's over. It's done. It's finished. Beneath. So now, when you're asking God for a house that's $1 billion in value or $1 million in value, why are you asking that question? Why don't you build that house? Why don't you build yourself an industry as an individual so that you can have that for yourself? To idly just sit back and ask God for the newest Lexus or the newest Cadillac or the newest Mercedes Benz or the BMW that just came out on the market, God's not listening to you at all, because you're asking amiss. You're asking for something that doesn't make sense to God. What you should be asking is, how can I please you? How can I help humanity? How can I better myself, Father, that you are pleased with my life? And He'll add those things to you. But you have to put some work in. Don't assume that God just gives you things because you ask for them. It doesn't work that way. What happens is this: when you have extended yourself to your furthest, when you can go no further, when you have exhausted all of your means in trying to accomplish the things that you want in your life, then the Almighty will step in. That's how He works. Again, you just cannot sit in your easy chair without doing any work and say, you know what? I think I want to build a $500,000 house. God's going to give it to me. No, He's not. He wants you to do something towards that end. Puts some work in. And when He sees the work that you're putting in, and you've exhausted yourself and your means again, and this is from the poorest person to the wealthiest person, your effort, you know, the scripture says, as a man thinketh, so is he. So what you think in your mind, you can have whatever you want in your mind. We have nuclear weapons. Somebody thought that first. That was a thought, an idea first, and now they exist. Cell phones exist now. They haven't always. Satellites exist now. They haven't always. Someone had to think about it first. It did not come to fruition until someone started putting the work in. And then it manifested. That's the way things work with the Creator. You put some work in, and then you'll be rewarded for putting the work in. That's a fact. But to just, again, idly sit back and say, well, you know, God's going to give me $100,000. I know that's what I want. And you just want $100,000. What's your purpose? Or are you going to help somebody with $100,000? Or is it just about you? I did another video talking about purpose again. What's your purpose? Is it all about you? Again. You see, Yahweh, God, looks at your heart, what your reason is, what your purpose is, and He rewards you accordingly. Don't just start asking for material things. Don't ask Him for that woman that you see across the bridge or across the street from you. Sometimes you get what you ask for, but it may not be what you need. The Creator gives you what you need. But I want to say this also. Do you really have a relationship with the Creator? At the end of the day, that's the most important thing. And if you don't have a relationship with the Creator, you know what He said. If you draw nigh, N-I-G-H, that means near. If you draw near unto me, I'll draw near unto you. That's scripture. That's His word, and He doesn't lie. So are you drawing close to the Creator today? Because if it's in your heart to be with Him, then he'll come to you. Be careful what you ask for. Have a great day.